So, we're going to do a bookshelf tour because I really like watching other people's bookshelf tours and all their neat stuff. And I have neat stuff and I want to show it to you. Today we are just doing the rainbow shelf tour because I have many shelves. Okay, top shelf. This is just random stuff. This is a picture of me with some of my college roommates who I love. All right, this is a box that I painted of some other friends of mine, and there's lots of dust and cat hair. I apologize. But yeah, this is a cool box. I don't know, I got it from a garage sale or from an art teacher, and I painted on it. And yeah, it's people hanging out, playing music. I like it. On top is some of my glass bottle collection. I like random glass bottles. These are, my mom has a bunch of well, they're antique now. I don't think they were antique when she bought them, but she studied in Spain in college and she brought home little bottles of alcohol. And we still have them like 40 years later. That's an empty tequila bottle back there. It was good. Okay. Have a little bobble-headed armadillo. It's cute. And I have K9, because you always have to have a tin dog around. It's remote control. I got it in Cardiff when I went to the Doctor Who Museum in Cardiff. You should go. I've never used it. Here I have a picture of Michaela, one of my kids from the library. It's her senior photos. She looks like a gypsy. She looks beautiful. I never get to see any of this stuff because we always aim really far down. This is a tiny little book, and I love tiny little books. This is A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson, who I love. This is one of the lava creatures from the Pompeii episode of Doctor Who. Okay, we're gonna go over just a little over here, over here, over here. Oh, that's a box of pictures of me from when I was young. And I got some old cameras on top, just some old pictures. This is a random little Amish guy riding a scooter. My grandmother painted it and I have it now. This is one of my pride and joys. This is one of my kids made this for me. He stayed in the box and inside is his hand-carved wand that he made for me. It's one of my kids, Zach, who is now a college graduate and married. And that is weird, and I feel old when I think about things like that. But he carved me this beautiful wand. What's going on here? Oh, there's, oh, okay. This is an antique drawer from an old sewing machine that my grandmother, it was like in my grandmother's family, and she gave me one of them, and she gave my mom one of them, and she still has one. And inside let's find out what's in there. This is a pocket collection of the National Gallery in London. This is like an unboxing. It's an undrawing. Another tiny book. This is Sonnets from the Portuguese by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Yay! Love poems. Oh, I have a deck of cards of mystery authors. Guess who's the first one? That's Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I'm gonna put that on my Sherlock shelf, which will be another video for another time. And look, it's a Sycorax. Yeah, Sycorax. And then we have some rocks from journeys that I've taken that I'm sure I took the rock and thought, I will never forget where I picked up this rock. And I have forgotten where I picked up these rocks. But this one is shaped like a heart. It's real cute. And this one is kind of porous. This one might be from Australia. It could be corally, right? Oh, these are two different cards that are both TARDISes, and they're from one of my kids. Her name is Paige, and one of them has just a really lovely message in it that is very private, and I'm not gonna share it with you because it's just for me. Back on this first shelf, second row, I guess, behind the dust, because I live in Texas, and we all love guns. I'm gonna show you my gun. You ready? I keep it hidden. This book. It's my gun. Bang. You never can be too safe. You gotta have your gun on you at all times. Also on that shelf is this little tiny metal bird that I got in Toledo in Spain. I was gonna give it to my sister because her name is Robin. But then I got her something else and I really wanted it, so I kept it. This was a craft that I did at work. It's a terracotta flower pot. And we flipped it over, we painted it maroon, we added some yarn, and then I wrote, I wear a fez now. Fezzes are cool. Let's talk about books. I've got, this is a beat up copy of Tales from Shakespeare by Charles and Mary Lamb, which I have had forever, and it's all blackened and it smells really good because it's super old. This was a library copy of Harriet the Spy, which I have to confess I haven't actually read, but I've always wanted to. And these like vinyl covers from like the 70s are like my favorite. They're my favorites. And this one, nobody was checking this book out, so I withdrew it because we had a couple other newer copies. And it's mine now. It's so great. Louise Fitzhugh, a queer author. Then we've got one of my favorite books of all time, The Scarlet Pimpernel, which I reread on the regular. So great. One of my copies of Jane Eyre is here. The Sugar Queen by Sarah Addison Allen, which is one of my favorite books. Alana by Tamara Pierce, another one of my favorite books. A lot of these books are my favorite books. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, the Bean Trees by Barbara Kingsolver. Moving on, another Barbara Kingsolver, Animal Dreams. Then I've got Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Gods of Gotham by the amazing Lindsay Faye of the Baker Street Babes podcast. This is a biography that I haven't read yet, but it's Girl Sleuth Nancy Drew and the women who created her, which I really need to get on. I have a dictionary of misunderstood, misused, and mispronounced words. Another Deanna Rayburn book, City of Jasmine. Another Barbara Kingsolver book, The Lacuna. Oh my god, The Lacuna is so good. Chicano Folklore. I've got Edward Gorey's Amphigory, which I love Edward Gorey. If I ever got more tattoos and I decided to like dedicate an arm to a sleeve, I would get Edward Gorey illustrations. And Lisa will put some up here. He's so creepy and he's wonderful and I love him so much. I have a Lisa Letts book, The Last Word, which is one of the Spellman novels and the only one I haven't read yet. But it's an advanced uncorrected proof, so I should probably read it because it came out several years ago. Another Sarah Addison Allen book, Garden Spells, her first one and my second favorite. Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass is a beautiful old edition that my best friend Holly bought me. Illustrations, that's awesome. And then we've got In Real Life, Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang. Jasper Ford's The Air Affair. So I love The Air Affair so much. It's one of my favorite books because it's based on one of my favorite books, but then it's like an alternate future and it's so smart. But I loaned it to an ex-boyfriend and he never gave it back. And so I was missing my copy for a long time. And then on World Book Night, one of my internet friends, Nicola, she's one of my beta buddies, she got copies of The Air Affair to share around the world. And so she sent me a new copy. Then we have another Barbara Kingsolver book. This one is my very favorite, Prodigal Summer. Then I have one of my copies of Anne of Green Gables. This is the green one to go with the greens. And then another Barbara Kingsolver, Pigs in Heaven. Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. Very different than the movie, but very, very good. Then I have a signed copy of Fangirl, courtesy of one of my other beta buddies, Autumn. I have King of Shadows by Susan Cooper, who, funnily enough, is the name of Melissa McCarthy's character in Spy, Susan Cooper, which I thought was hilarious because I love Susan Cooper. In King of Shadows, I was inconsolable at the end of. There's time travel and William Shakespeare and my favorite play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and The Plague, and so many things. Then I have my new copy of The Awakening by Kate Chopin that I got in New Orleans on a trip with my sisters, and that meant that I can finally return the copy that I borrowed from my best friend when we were seniors in high school. Then I have Friends with Boys, the graphic novel by Faith Erin Hicks. I've got two other books by Susan Cooper. Those are C Word, which is another great standalone book by her, and the first in her The Dark is Rising series, which is Over Sea, Under Stone. Way back here where you can't see them really, that's all of my Betsy Tacy books. I have this cute little clipboard thing, and it's got some fan art on it. The one that is up right now is from My Neighbor Totoro. And I've got some from Watson and Holmes from one of the Kickstarters. More Watson and Holmes. So good. Thomas Cahill's a really great nonfiction like history writer, and this is Sailing the Wine Dark Sea, which is about why the Greeks matter in history. His How the Irish Saved Civilization is really, really good too. Then I've got my Men Explain Things to Me by Rebecca Solnit, Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This one is signed by John and Hank, and I've got a Hanklerfish. And I've got The Phantom Tollbooth, which I referenced today because I actively stopped myself from saying I was gonna go kill some time, because talk will let you know that you should not kill time. I have a 50th anniversary edition of A Wrinkle in Time, The Girl Who Chased the Moon, Sarah Addison Allen. This is a signed copy of Sacred Hearts by Sarah Dunant that I got signed by her at the International Book Festival in Edinburgh. This is a biography on Douglas Adams, and then the Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and then the Universe of Douglas Adams, which is the complete 4-volume trilogy of Hitchhiker's Guide. So they're just right next to each other. They kind of matched. We've got another in the Julia Gray series by Deanna Rayburn. We have the little toy I made of Strong Strong from the Zeta the Space Girl series, because I'm a Zeta fangirl and I love Strong Strong. He's so cute. He's made out of my old sweater. 7 for a Secret, which is the sequel to Gods of Gotham by Lindsay Fay. Then I've got Cold Cereal by Adam Rex, which I haven't read yet, but it's signed. This is a random book that I got at High Price Books that I thought sounded interesting. It's called A Smile from Katie Hatton. Then I have the 2nd and 3rd in the Zeta series, which are both signed by Ben. I don't have the first one signed by Ben. I have it that is falling apart. That was one of the library's copies that I've made several things out of, like I've crafted with. But I need a signed copy of the first one. Ben, make it happen. This is Agatha Christie's autobiography, and in my time, not in your time because you're gonna watch this later, it was her birthday just this week. This is The Passion of the Purple Plumeria, which is one of the Pink Carnation series books by Lauren Willig, which are really great kind of continuations of the Scarlet Pimpernel, and they're super good because they're lady spies. You guys know how I feel about spies. You know how I feel about lady spies. And this is historical. I've got The Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayburn, signed. A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This is the annotated version that I have that has all the writing in it. Last on this row is Airborne by Kenneth Oppel. This is definitely one of my favorite books, and I'm gonna meet him in a couple weeks. If you like steampunk, you should definitely read Airborne. If you just like good characters and sky cats, you should read Airborne. I've got a book on marathoning that I haven't read. A Louis L'Amour book, The Quick and the Dead, which I probably won't read because Westerns aren't totally my thing, but you know what is my thing? Sam Elliott is my thing. This book I will do a video on sometime, probably for a Throwback Thursday. It's Red Sky at Morning, and this book has a story. I've got a cup, a butterbeer cup from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I've got a Captain Jack Harkness Torchwood action figure. It's number 393 of 3000, limited edition. I have some dice, nerdy dice from the Double Clicks from when we saw them at Comic-Palooza in Houston. They have a little Velociraptor and a cello and a ukulele. This was my first attempt at embroidery. And it's an earth, and it says, El mundo es un pañuelo, which means the world is a handkerchief. That's one of my favorite things. It's for like, you think the world is a giant thing, and then you realize the corners can be folded so easily together, and you can meet people in places that you wouldn't expect to meet them. It's a small world, basically. So that is the end of Bookshelf Tour number 1. You'll definitely get another one in December. That one's already planned, and there are at least 2 or 3 more bookshelves that I could introduce you to. Tell me below if that is something that you'd be interested in. They won't be as long as this one. One of them will be as long as this one, but the other 2 will not because they're smaller, because they're specialized collections. So that's it for me. Make sure you do all those nice things you can do on YouTube. Comment below anything you would like. Ramble if you'd like, because that's what I just did on this very long video. Like it. Did I say like it? Send it to a friend and make them like it. And then maybe they'll watch some more videos. Maybe they'll watch some more videos. And they'll subscribe too, because I'm sure you're already subscribed. Okay, that's for me.